Alright, peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Um, I know I said I wasn't gonna do music videos exposed no more, but somebody in my comments actually asked me to break down Eminem's Toy Soldier video. Alright, so I'm gonna do two videos that kind of brought some things to my attention. Alright, and give you guys a little insight on how a lot of these things work as far as with sacrificing and things of that nature. All right, because some people still don't really understand how it works, and they say, oh, proof, and Eminem did this to proof. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to Proof. All right, respect to his family, his friends, and everything. Like I said, I'ma always be respectful. All right, to the brother, that actually put Eminem in the business. All right, he was responsible for putting Eminem on. All right, but yeah, we're gonna talk about this, man, because I just don't feel that this is a coincidence. Okay, and there's a lot of things that people are unaware of. All right, and how people are actually cursed. All right, when dealing with these type of things. All right, so I'm gonna break it down for y'all in the simplest form and run through it real quick for y'all. All right, so I'm gonna be breaking down Eminem's Toy Soldier video, like I said, and there's a few things in there I'm gonna explain to y'all. All right, and how this stuff, like I said, how it goes down. All right, so the video starts off. All right, what apparently is a younger Eminem and a younger Proof. All right, so if you guys didn't know, Proof and Eminem were childhood friends. Okay, like this was like the only friend that Eminem actually had at this time. Then the D12 guys came, along down the line when he started rapping with Freestyle Fellowship. Okay. When he was down with that group and things of that nature, he met up with Bizarre and all of the other guys and Rod Digger and Redman, so Eminem was in the mix, you know what I'm saying, and that's how D12 came into play. But the video starts off here, like I said, with a younger Eminem, all right, and a younger Proof here, all right, and the young Eminem says, "Hey, I'm bored." All right, and then Proof, the younger Proof says, my dad gave me this book. Now, this book, it says Toy Soldiers on it, right? But it's very weird because I find this to be something spiritual here, okay? Reason why I say this is because it foretells Eminem's future, okay? So as they're reading the book, okay, this has to do with magic, all right? This is all of these things are containing to dealing with magic, all right? So whether this be subliminal, basically saying that Proof, all right, was possibly the one that informed Eminem, okay, about a lot of these things and how to maneuver through the industry, okay? So like I said, there's always going to be a person, all right, that's close to you that's going to give you the game and tell you, hey, this is how you really get to that next level, all right? So a lot of these things that we see in these videos will definitely give you an indication that, people know what's going on, all right? Okay, so as they read in the book here, it zooms into a future situation that takes place, okay? You see Eminem here with blood all over his clothes, okay? Now, I'm going to point out something that I, like I said, there's no such thing as coincidence, all right, when you're watching these type of things happen, okay? Now, if we pay close attention to this situation, right, Eminem was not there, all right, when this happened to Proof. Okay, so this is a representation of Eminem having blood on his hands, okay? He actually went through with whatever process he did to allow this to happen. Now, as we go into the video, I'm going to be pointing out a lot of things that I found to be very, very, very strange. All right, very strange with this video here, and it kind of made me think like, yo, why, like, you got to be careful when you got a friend in the music business, all right, that's close to you. Watch them very closely, okay? If you guys are friends with people in the music business, keep them at a distance, all right? Just try not to get too close to these people because, like I said, overly ambitious people are dangerous people, all right? So now, it cuts to a scene where Eminem here is dressed in a army fatigue, black and white to be exact, okay? Now, come on now, I already told y'all about the black and the white, which represents duality, okay? As above, so below. When you're dealing in magic and all of these things, that's very important to have, all right? But I want to point out something that I noticed in this video. You're going to see a lot of different hats being worn, okay, by different individuals, specifically white and red, okay? Now, the white hat that Eminem is wearing here, all right, is a representation of a good or moral person, okay, especially the hero in a movie, novel, or play, all right? So this white hat here is to let the viewers know that he's a good person, okay? Eminem didn't do anything wrong. I'm a good person, okay? Even the song Toy Soldiers is kind of like putting him in a vulnerable position, okay? More so as him like, saying, it wasn't my fault that these people are beefing with me, okay? So we have to take a close look at a lot of these things that these people do here, all right? And just so, like I said, when I break this video down, you're not going to look at it the same no more. All right? You're not going to look at it the same. So let's keep going here. All right, so as Eminem is saying, I had to bear the weight of the world on my shoulders. All right? He points upward. All right? He points upward. All right? Now, this is a representation of him, okay, portraying himself as God, all right? We all know that the Creator is the only one that would bear the weight of the world on his shoulders, all right? Or its shoulders, all right? So as he's pointing upward, this is a representation of saying he is a God. We all know Eminem now calls himself the rap God and things of that nature, right? So he knew once he was going to make this step, all right, this would put him in a godlike status, okay? Because dealing with these individuals, okay, they put you in these positions, all right? They show you exactly what to do. Like I said, when you join these groups, they tell you exactly what to do, how to get down with this stuff, what steps to take, and then you reap the benefits in the long run. But for the most part, when these people do these things, all right, they have regrets, all right? And then they go down a downward spiral to the point where they can't sleep at night and they're depressed and all of this crap, right? So as we see Eminem pointing upward, all right, and also the light shining down on him, okay, this is a representation of him being in that status now, okay? He's now being placed in that status of a godlike figure, all right? Okay, so here it cuts to the scene of Eminem, okay, what appears to be him in his earlier days, okay? Now, if you guys remember, I played a intro from his very first, his second EP, okay, where he basically made a pact with the demon in the mirror, all right?
Get up. Get up and look in the mirror. I don't want to. Look in the mirror. It's just a reflection.
He always speaks about mirrors in his raps, or when he was focusing on the Slim Shady aspect of things, okay? That was his demonic alternate side, okay? Slim Shady is the demonic alternate side, all right? Just like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, Okay, Nicki Minaj, Roman's Revenge, or whatever she calls herself, right? All of these people induct these type of spiritual beings inside of them, and it changes them at a drop of a dime. Okay, now, however these people trigger these demons, whether it be staring in the mirror for a certain amount of time, okay, and conversating with this spirit, all right, this is showing Eminem making that decision, all right, when he first made that pact with that demon, all right. Okay, so now it cuts to a scene, all right, with Eminem now wearing what? The satanic colors, all right, red, black, and white, all right. These are all satanic colors, all right, and people are not aware of this. Now, I had someone before ask me in my comments or emailed me and asked me, hey, Jay, what is it? What's up with this red hat thing? Why do I see a lot of these people wearing red hats? Okay, now this red hat here is a symbolization, okay, of a specific group. All right, now I'm going to break this down here and explain to you guys what the representation of the red hat is. Okay, so it says here the classic Mithraic cap, the sacrificial cap or bonnet canique, all deducing from a common symbolical ancestor, became subject. The Mithraic or Phrygian cap is the origin of the priestly mitra in all faiths. All right, it was worn by the priests in sacrifice. Okay, so when you see these red hats that these entertainers are wearing, okay, it's prime example of a sacrifice about to take place. Okay, preparing themselves for a sacrifice, whether it be sacrificing their morals or sacrificing a close relative or a friend. Okay, these are the representations of that, to let them know, okay, a sacrifice is about to take place. All right, so like I said, when these people join these groups, all right, and you see this stuff, even the Smurfs were one of these people that even the Smurfs were one of the characters that actually wore the red hat. All right, in the earlier times, we see the red hat on Santa Claus. All right, Kanye wearing a red hat. Okay, all of these things basically have a representation, okay, of that Phrygian cap. Okay, that Phrygian cap is a long time ago that they wore in these type of groups. I don't want to say the name, okay, but they wore these hats in these type of groups, okay, to represent a sacrifice about to take place. All right. Okay, so here it cuts to the scene, all right, where Eminem rolls one of his sleeves up. Okay, now this right here is a representation of something, but it's not too direct, all right? But as you can see here, Eminem is rapping, okay, with one sleeve up and the other sleeve down, all right? Now, around this time, if I could recall, Eminem was changing his style, okay, because he had just signed 50 Cent, so it was kind of like they was going the gangster route over there on Shady. So a lot of these things that were taking place was a change for him. Okay, he covered up the bleach blonde hair and all of that stuff. Started focusing more on the street antics of things. All right, but this one sleeve up, okay, is a representation of informal meaning. Okay, meaning to prepare to work hard. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get the job done. All right, so basically saying, he's got to go through with this, all right? He's got to go through with this. Now, this video actually took place, all right, maybe about a year before Proof was actually killed, okay? Not sure the exact date the video was dropped or anything like that, but I know that, this video happened, this video was shot about a year before Proof actually died, all right? So, as we know, Eminem started reaping the benefits of that, and started leveling up after that. All right? All right, so it cuts to the scene here where this black truck here, all right, has an individual in it, okay? And they're there, okay, to take the life of Eminem. But, like I said, y'all, when you get involved in this type of mess, okay, these demons, they want blood spilled, okay? They want blood to be spilled, all right? So, if you don't go through with a sacrifice or give someone up, okay, that demon is going to come for you, all right? Now, at this very point in the song, okay, Eminem mentions what appears to be Suge Knight's name, okay? But they blurred it out, okay? For whatever reason, they blurred it out. But apparently there he was talking about Suge Knight, all right? But we all know that this guy looks nothing like Suge Knight, all right? And he's wearing all black, okay? Suge Knight has never been known, all right, for wearing all black, all right? Like I said in the Redman video, this is a representation of the devil, okay? Now, when the car drives past, okay, there's an individual that shoots a gun at Eminem, okay? And Eminem is not hit. All right? Why isn't Eminem hit? Because he's spiritually protected. All right? He's spiritually protected. So when you see this, right, that's clear indication that Eminem is down with the program. Okay? He's down with the program. All right? Okay, so this part gets really weird. All right? At this very same second verse of the video here, you're going to see proof being shown a lot of times throughout the video. All right? But every time Eminem mentions getting killed, the scene cuts to proof here. All right? So as they're showing images of proof here, Eminem says, there used to be a time where you could just say a rhyme and wouldn't have to worry about one of your people dying. And as he's saying this, okay, the scene cuts to proof here. All right? Now, this is actually how curses are done. All right? If you want to curse someone by using images, okay, this is what they usually would do. All right? They will immortalize these type of things, okay, and put hexes on you. All right? Now, with him saying this, all right, at this specific very point in time, all right, that's actually putting bad energy on him. If you guys watch the Patreon video I did about sacrifices, all right, and what happens in the red room, I mentioned that I won't go into full detail because I don't want to say anything that's too crazy over here, but there's a lot of bad energy that they, put on people, all right? And this is how these things take place, all right? So when he mentions this and is showing an image of proof right here and at this very point in time, that's actually putting a hex on him, all right? Now, fast forward, we don't know exactly how he managed to get proof to go along with the concept of him getting shot, okay, in the video. All right, but it happened though. It happened, and that's what's very scary at that very point in time. But nonetheless, we'll keep going here. Okay, so it cuts to a scene here where it's showing Eminem on front of a magazine here. All right, but it says "Wanted, Dead or Alive." Okay, Eminem versus everybody or everyone for that matter, right? But I want you guys to look very close here, the way that they position, okay, Eminem here on the front of this magazine, all right? What appears to be horns coming from the side or the top of his head, okay, to give that image or representation of who? Baphomet, correct, all right? Baphomet, all right? So this is what I'm saying, y'all, like, they're very clever and very smart in how they do things, all right? But for the most part, it'll go over people's heads, all right? When you see people playing with goats and bull horns and all kind of stuff, it doesn't matter how they position it. It's there for a specific reason, all right? It's there for a specific reason, all right? So basically, this is an indication to say that Eminem is wanted by us, dead or alive. He has to join us, all right? He belongs to our group, all right? All right, so here, I find this to be very interesting, all right? Like I said, everything they do are spells being casted, all right? Spells being casted not only on the viewer, but the person also in the video, all right? This is a prediction here, but this is what happens, all right? So at this point here where they show proof again, okay, Eminem quotes these lines right here. He says, "We still have soldiers that's on the front line who's willing to die for us as soon as we give the orders, never to extort us, strictly to show they support us." Okay? So he's basically saying that he's got people, okay, which he put there, all right, in plain as day, proof is going to be his sacrifice. Now, they're not talking about, when Eminem is rapping this bar, he's not talking about the shooters in his group or anything like that, all right? He's talking about putting someone on the front line to die, okay, so he can reap the benefits of more success, all right? Because in order for him to climb up that ladder, someone in his group or camp has to die, all right? They have to die in order for him to reap the benefits of more success. Like I said, in order for him to get to that God level status, he has to participate in these type of actions, all right? And this is why they constantly kept showing proof and mentioning the word death around his image, all right? To give off that energy to him, all right? Now, like I said, it always has to be someone close to you, all right? Because the reason why is when you making these sacrifices, right? They want to know if they can trust you, all right? They want to know if they can trust you. So if you participate in these groups, right, and you get down with this business and you give up somebody as an offering, all right, now they can trust you, all right? They will always hold that over your head, all right? You're blackmailed for the rest of your life, okay, because you're now involved in that group, all right? So like I said, when you see these people in compromising situations, better believe that they took some type of oath to get down with these groups, all right? So, like I said, it's always about progressing, all right? It's always about progressing. Okay, so here, after he mentions that line about, someone being on the front line and dying, okay, he does the signal of cutting the throat, all right? Like I mentioned, that's all Freemasonic behavior, cutting the throat, all right? So when we see this here, all right, this is an indication that, and what does that also mean? All right, that hand gesture also means to cut it, all right, to cut shit short, to cut it short, all right, to basically end a situation, all right, meaning proof's life, all right? So when we see this here in this video and everything is depicted before it actually happened, we can safe to say that, he's playing with some type of spiritual, belief system. Now, I don't know what Eminem has been doing lately, but I know a lot of his most recent music has been on the satanic level as well, all right? So he hasn't really changed, or, I really don't see him, being a religious person, okay? So I'm pretty sure that, Eminem is, he's down with the program. I'm almost positive he is, all right? Okay, so here, like I said, they have an image here of proof being shot, all right? He's being shot here, all right, before this situation actually happened in real life, all right? Basically like a fruition, okay? Like I said, I did a video on Patreon about how this works, and basically it's energy, all right? It's energy that is put towards a specific individual, all right, in order for them to, be sacrificed, all right? And this happens with any entertainer that you can think of, okay? I can't really go into details because, it's too raunchy, all right? But if you guys are interested, I did place a video on Patreon about it, and I went into full detail on how a lot of these things work. And believe me, y'all, this stuff is sick. All right, it's really sick, to manipulate the minds of a person that is close to you. All right, to be put in these predicaments. All right, it happens. It happens, but it's sad. It really is sad. So here, it cuts to an image of Eminem, all right, being behind Proof, witnessing him being shot. All right. Now, like I said, Eminem was not there, all right, when this situation really took place, okay, but he witnessed it. How did he witness it? Okay, by seeing this in the future, all right. Like I said, that very first book that Proof introduced Eminem to, all right, that was the book of magic, learning, all right, learning how all of these things go, giving him the knowledge. All right, giving him the knowledge and how to do a lot of this stuff. The doors that you need to walk through to get to that godlike point. All right, so it happens like that, but it's sad, man. It's sad. Okay, so as they're all attending Proof's funeral now, okay, which is very weird. Like I said, when you see these people do videos of them in the abyss, okay, or laying in caskets, okay, for things of that matter, they're cursing themselves, all right? Whether the label tells them to do it or they're doing it themselves, they're actually cursing themselves, all right? They're putting a hex on themselves. So when you see this type of imagery here in videos, you got to believe that this is actual factual. The leading cause of why a lot of these things happen, okay, is because they're playing with imagery, all right? A lot of spells can be casted through imagery, all right? You can watch something like I explained to you guys before. When you're watching, if you're not superstitious, or if you are, when you're watching a video or a movie and they break a mirror in there, they're actually trying to curse the viewer, okay? They're trying to bring bad luck or bad energy into your home, all right? Or wherever you're watching that video, all right? But they don't care about it because they're on another plateau as far as with spirituality, all right? They don't really care about that stuff, all right? So we're going to keep going here. All right, so as Eminem puts the mic down, okay, he puts the mic down, and we all know the pen is mightier than the sword, as they say, okay? He puts the mic down because the curse has been settled now. It's been done, all right? He's did this, all right, by doing this through music. All right, there's spell. You can cast a spell through music. John Todd already explained this to you guys. All right, so when we see this here, we know that they're playing a dirty game. All right, now it cuts to a point where Eminem is placed in a magazine. Okay, where it says here, weapon of mass destruction. Okay, Eminem. All right, and over here to the left of the corner it says, "Let a dead dog lie." Okay. Let a dead dog lie. All right. Now, what is that referencing to? Okay, that is referencing to Eminem's close friend. All right. Let a dead dog lie. All right. Now, like I said, I'm going to be very respectful towards the family and friends of Proof because I don't want them, to feel like I'm, being disrespectful. Shout out to everybody in Detroit as well. But you got to understand when you dealing with somebody in this business, right? Like I said, watch out for these people, man. Don't get too close to them, man, because it's always some mess that goes on behind closed doors that you're not invited to, okay? And you can be their actual target, all right? So when you try to get close to these people and you want to be next to them and be a groupie and get all in the mix with this, you have to be very careful, okay? Because you can become a sacrifice, all right? And, like I said, it's prime example that these things do happen. They do happen, all right? All right, so with that being said, y'all, I hope I broke it down in as quick as possible, all right? Gave you guys some insight on why and how a lot of this stuff works. I'm going to be doing another video as well. All right, but I don't want this one to be an hour long. So, yeah. All right, so I hope I broke it down for you guys. And, yeah, peace.